answers about extraterrestrials, or maybe the true meaning of life, then you have come to the right place. Welcome to the Ivan Teller online broadcast. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and for more details, please visit ivanteller.com and learn more about your galactic families.
Greetings all. No, I am not Area 51, but I wish I was. But we're getting there. I'm not going to say where I am because it's quite humorous. But anyway, blessings all. Thank you for joining us today. I have a 30-minute time span I can do this in. So this is your Q&A questions that I have been neglecting, but I've been just freaking worn out. You have no idea. I did a healing yesterday with, last night with Michelle. It was very helpful. So, yeah, some of these dreams are sometimes a little bit too real at times. Anyway, yeah, this is a lot of noise in the background. I apologize, and there's not much I can do. I might do another one like this tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Okay, question from Cryptic CK Talk, channeling request Trinity. Who are my spirit guides, and what signs do they show me to let me know that they are around? And what messages do they have for me? And here's another question. Why did my cat come into my life last year? What happened to her before she was abused as she is blind in one eye? What does she want me to know? I can tell you that she's there for your healing purposes. Also, this is your cat assisting you connecting with your guide, which is kind of fascinating how that works. Not a surprise there. Yeah, your cat actually plays a big role in your life. Anyway, as for you, who are my spirit guides? One moment. Well, I'll tell you now, I feel an amphibian race around you. Yes, we're going to go to extraterrestrials, which is not a bad thing. Amphibian race, your guide is very amphibian. Yeah, very amphibian. Name? You have a guy named Sheldon. Male. Norak is one. That's interesting. You've had interesting. You've had a lot of galactic lifetimes with a lot of drama, you can say. Interesting. Who hasn't? But you had a lot of lifetimes with amphibian races. As for how you feel about that in this life, it's a different story. But definitely, you have a lot of Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, definitely. I've been getting this connected to other star systems recently. One moment. Many lifetimes in Sirius. Hopefully that helps in some regard. But your guides, these are the good names of your guides. You have a female guide, but she's not making herself known at this time. Messages. I think those are messages, just knowing about your amphibian races. That is not your only lifetimes. You have feline lifetimes. And amphibians, they want to let you know because play an important role there. So thank you for your question. Hopefully I don't get lost there. Oh, that was one of the ones that got lost. And I don't know how to use this computer. Oh, here we go. We have another one. Oh, these got the same question. I'm not sure if I already answered this already. I don't think so. Oh, either way, that's still connected to you. It's just another. If I already answered that, which I don't think I did, but anyway. Question from Austin J 351. What really happened to the dinosaurs? Do you know? That is a whole nother. I don't know if I want to go into that right now. That's an interesting topic. Let me give you a quick run through. Well, let's put it this way. What instantly comes through is that reptilians wanted to take him off this planet. Yeah, there are reasons for that. Understand there's a lot of ET wars going around this time and before that. They were removed deliberately, so they knew what they were doing. As for the asteroid, I can't connect to that right now. I believe that's what happened. Obviously, there's always more going on than that. I'll have to come for a channeling, alien channel. Well, hopefully tonight we'll go into that. I can't go to do it. I can't do that right now. I'm lucky I can do anything right now for that matter. Question from Migs. What is the best building architecture for living species to raise humans' vibrations? Sphere pyramids, triangle, rectangular building, anything that's. I think it's anything in that regard, but natural buildings. I know that sounds strange, but natural plant life type of buildings, natural, not built by slaves, will be a good start. Obviously, materials that are made with love. As for the pyramids, definitely sphere. I think I'm reading that right. Rectangular buildings. I think it's most has to do with the infrastructure or how it was built is the most important part of it. But yeah, there are different ways of certain buildings can send off positive vibrations. Definitely. I'm not sure I'm really answering this, but let's put to make this quick. It's just if it's built with love without slave labor, and there are buildings like that that aren't built normal. And even in spaces around your, like the buildings that you build, you can use blessings and things of that sort. You can ask the earth, you know, if this is okay to build this here. You know, you can go on and on, ask the stars. There's different ways of doing that. We're definitely in that. I don't know if I can answer that question. That's I have to go in to figure out who that is. Oh, question from Mike. Channel request is a life. What can you tell me about my future? Lots of stress right now. There is a spiritual awakening going on, but there's a lot of hesitation on your end because it's not fully understood. I see video games in your lifetime. Not sure if that's true or not, but that's what I see. I do see a lot of structure, though, as for life. I like to have things a certain way, more than most. Go with the flow, but you like to have certain things happen to make you feel comfortable in life. And I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't really answer your question. Although that's something that's I'm trying to do these quick ways, so I'm doing the best I can. Yes, it's kind of sad actually. Anyway, question from Sharon. I had been told I have a Syrian guide, a blue-colored being. I would love to know if I have any alien beings around me. Thank you. Very felines, definitely. Very tall felines, like 3, 4 of them. Very loving, very caring. You come from the Weirin species, definitely. Very not controlled, but very loving. Also, I wanted to make clear. Also to make clear about starseeds. there are different ways of looking at star seeds. We're all connected to different species. So you say tri-species or tri-star seed or whatever you want to call. I'm not sure if there's a real name for it, call it that, but we're all like connected to all these different species, all such as we are connected to all these different races. So anyway, I'm not sure there's a name for it, but definitely Warrens, mostly Warren. Syrian is a lot of lessons are learned in Sirius, but the Weirin lifetimes, there's a lot of challenging situations there, but it was less drama, you can say. Syrian lifetimes have been heavy in some regard. As for the Syrian, because you had the Syrian guide, I believe your guide is there because you had many lessons there, much trials and tribulations. It was not easy, but coming here, it made sense to have a Syrian guide because you learned much from a hard life on other worlds that are not like this place. But it was definitely worth to bring this guide along as a friend, father figure type of guide, I believe. Thank you for your question. I think I already answered that one. Wait. Yeah, I think so. Oh, cool. Question from John D. The night of December 14th, I saw an unexplainable shooting star. I feel it was created just for me. Yes, it was. What entity is responsible? Also, is there any advice at the present time for me? Palladian. Any advice? Not this. Well, man. Yeah, be patient with your abilities, I feel a lot of Zeta energies around you. Not all the time, but it's around. I mean, this is past life situation, or has to do with past life. As for advice, take time with your spiritual growth. It will increase over time in different times of the year, mostly summer. It's a quiet time in some regard in some places where all your information will gather up. So you'll start to understand things more clearly over time. I know it's not very much of advice, but that's what. Use kindness more often. I'm just telling you what came through. There's your advice. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Question from Cal, 1980. Past lives and alien connections. Channel request. Can you tell me about my past lives that sticks out the most, and also about my alien civilizations I am connected to? One moment. Oh, I'm tired also, so that's another reason for my lack of energy at this time. Excuse me. So I have to take a moment to connect. And it's noisy here too. Sorry about that. Cal, 1980. One moment. You've had a lot of Syrian lifetimes, Zeta lifetimes. As for Octurian, I believe you're like very high up within Octurian society. You could say part of those that knew, they would come to you for information. I wouldn't say like a teacher because, well, everyone's a teacher, but not advice, but history information as an Arcturian. And even you would go to worlds and know of histories. Of course, a lot of them do this also, but this is when you're, in particular, what you did. Hopefully, you can hear me over that. Where others would come to you when you go to civilizations and worlds, and like a historian, look at certain situations going on compared to other civilizations. This is what they do here. So this is one of the things that you're connected to, one of the things you've done. As for this life, this world, I feel the old West around you quite a bit. Cowboy, cowgirl, anyway, cowboy type of world. Midwest. I feel Arizona area. I also feel that you around the 1800s, mid 1800s, and you went to New York to become more civilized. As for how long you lived through that, it wasn't a long life, but it's like you wanted to leave the cowboy life, and it's just you just wanted to try something new. And I'm not sure if it was, it might not, maybe because that life was short, the cowboy life. So anyway, but it was interesting. Yeah, you went to New York. You were there for a long time. You wanted to be a part of a healthier culture in some regard. Better than it was, let's put it that way. Question from Sheer, SHIR. Hear that? People can't drive in Florida. Just to let you know. How to improve my channeling. This is from Sheer, SHIRG. I started channeling 2 months ago through a channeling 2 months ago through a channeling course that I took. I'm very pleased with the state where I am at, but I feel that I have trouble letting go, mostly when it comes to information that's very specific, like a name, numbers. Is there any advice? Just let it flow. Just take your time doing it. It takes time. The more you do it, the more you let go. Of course, your belief systems is another thing. You have to let go of all those. That's fun. My belief systems are more alien, apparently. For the most part. Names are not. Names, I don't know. I'm not giving normal names. Well, I guess the way I'm set up is like they just give us names that they can use to connect. It's not necessarily the correct name, but it is where they can connect the dots to, so it doesn't really matter. So they're making it more human, which isn't really done very often, actually. So, yeah. Question from, thank you for your question. Question from David X. I'm probably going to wrap it up after this. I heard and saw in different sites that the Illuminati is started to lose a lot of power, is going downhill. Also, it seems that Putin is more human lately, and are the two connected? Is there a chance he's now one of the good guys? Thank you for your question. One moment. Let me connect. Illuminati is always going to go up and down. I think this time they're pretty, in certain areas, yes. But in certain areas they lose power, but in certain areas they gain power, such as territories, people within their cult. As for Putin, that's interesting. That's come up every once in a while. He's controlled, but not all the time. There's Palladians around him quite a bit, assisting him, helping him. Oh, all right. I'll tell you what. Noisy area, huh? I imagine you're picking that up. Sorry about that. Very distracting. As for, there's nowhere else in the building I can do this at. So anyway, there's a lot of Palladian energy around Putin right now. There is reptilian energy there also. What I get is not around him right now. It's around the government itself, not around him. There is a lot of Palladian energy assisting him. Well, what I'm gathering is that the reptilians are controlling the government itself, and he doesn't have a whole lot of power there anymore. Yeah, I guess he was control over reptilians for a while. I don't see that anymore, but at one time, yes. I don't think he is anymore. I think that actually let go a while ago, and I could be wrong. I think, yeah, he's not perfect, obviously, but there's a lot of Palladian energy around him, definitely. As for the reptilian control, I'm not seeing it around. There is around him, but not like moving him around. He did, I think, have at one time reptilian infusions, but I think a lot of that's been removed. This is why you talk about reptilians are holding him hostage and all that. I think at one time, yes, not anymore. I don't feel that anymore. There was, I think he did make a mistake at one time letting them in, didn't realize what he was getting involved with, but I don't see that now. I think he's in a better place he's ever been. For the most part, I mean, yeah, he's not perfect, but there's a lot of things, there's a lot of controls there he can't change, such as gay marriage, I believe, and human rights. Free speech is another problem there, and I don't think there's certain areas where he's been brainwashed by his own system, where he's going to hold on to, such as free speech and probably gay rights also, where he's been brainwashed by the system. You can say reptilian system. The reason that's there, and he can't unlock it, and if he wanted to, I think he probably, unlikely. That's what I'm getting. It's unlikely for him to unlock what's going on there. And one moment. But as for Illuminati losing power, I don't see that happening. It changes. And is he part of the Illuminati? I think he's part. Russia is another part of it that is, from what I'm gathering, is fighting with another side. So yes and no. It's kind of like it's a different point of view of the Illuminati, and it might not be as rough around the edges in certain areas than others. Like America is fully controlled company. We're just embedded in Illuminati brainwashing. That's obvious. Russia, different areas for it. Yes and no. Yes, I mean mostly because human rights and there's no free speech there. In that regard, yes, but a lot of people there, I believe, can see through a lot of the propaganda and things. I don't know, but quite a few, I believe. I don't think Europe has that kind of code either that we have over us at this time. I don't see that. I think we're the ones in China. I think us and China are the ones that are underwater right now. That's what I'm gathering. I could be wrong in certain areas, but yeah, for Putin, that's what I see. Interesting. That's why I see him as like a very gentleman. I mean, yeah, he has certain things there that are not, but I see a whole lot of Palladian energy, and it's good. It's not negative at all. There probably are a few that are around that are negative, but for the most part, I see good there. But yes, has he done a lot of good? Well, you have to look at it. There's certain situations that you kind of signed up for that you can't get out of also. That's not entirely all of it, but that's part of it. So anyway, hopefully that was somewhat helpful. The lighting in this video is not very good, so I'm not sure if I can fix that next time. We'll see. This is a last minute idea, so I might as well give it a shot. So blessings all. Thank you all for joining us. This webinar tonight. Still working on tweaking things for more people to be involved. It takes time. So blessings all, and